Hello and welcome to another episode of And There You Have It. Today we are going to be making a super simple recipe. Real quick, real easy, and really tasty. First of all, we're going to be making a homemade garlic bread, and we are going to top the garlic bread with sloppy joes. It's amazing. The two flavors together, tomato sauce in the sloppy joes and the garlic bread, incredible. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to make some homemade French fries with a little surprise seasoning afterward. All right, let's begin. And there you have it. Alright, now the first thing you want to do is heat up your oven. We're going to go to 400 degrees, so just get it started. And then, you're going to want to make one of these little cookie sheets. Just a cookie sheet, any kind of sheet, pizza thing, doesn't matter. But just line it with tin foil and set it aside. We'll use that later. Grab yourself, at any grocery store, about $2, a fresh loaf of bread. Big, long French bread. And cut it right in half. Right down the center. Now what you want to do is you want to get one stick of butter, margarine, anything you want, and it needs to be softened. So I usually stick it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Literally anything more than that is going to be too much. So just soften up some butter. And we are going to cover the surface of this entire bread, okay? So, come on. Alright, now, once your bread is buttered, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cover the entire surface with garlic powder. Not garlic salt, that's later. Garlic powder. Alright, once you cover the entire surface with garlic powder, the next thing you want to do is cover the entire surface with garlic salt right afterwards. Come on in. And then after you've done garlic powder, garlic salt, the last step is oregano. Grab some oregano and toss it on in. Alright. Once this is completely prepared, now we're going to cut it in 3 pieces and we're going to set it on our cookie sheet. Alright, now the next step is we've peeled some potatoes. I figure about 1 potato per person that you're serving for the French fries. I've got 3 in here. This is for 3 people. And, you know, if it's not enough, you can always do 1 more. It's kind of a trial and error type thing. But I figured out it's at least 1 potato per person. So the great thing about this is when you're going to deep fry potatoes, the starch and the sugar that's in the potato is actually what makes it burn and cook too quickly. So you want to soak them in water for about 15-20 minutes. Basically the time it took you to prepare your bread, you could have the potatoes soaking. So I would assume that the first thing you do is peel some potatoes and set them in some cold water. Now that we've done that, we're going to cut them up. Come on in here. Now, you want French fries, so what I like to do, and this is a careful thing my father taught me, you go straight across like that and come straight down about the width of a French fry, okay? However wide you want it. So you're going to do that, and then you're just going to keep doing that and making kind of like strips, like so. Just about like that. I like them kind of thin. Some people like big beefy steak potatoes. I like them kind of thin. And once you've gotten that, what you're going to do is take each one, just like so, and you're going to cut thinner strips off like that. And then you take the next one, and about the length of a French fry, and there you go. It's a bit long, it's a bit fat, but it's just all depends on how you like it. Like so. And just run the knife in shapes of a French fry. And then you've got them. There they are. Just like so. And just do the whole pack. Okay? And there we go. We've got some French fries cut. Once your French fries are cut into actual fries, we want to put them back in the cold water until we're ready to dip them in the hot oil. Okay? Alright, our next step is to start browning some meat. So I have 1 pound of just regular ground beef. You can use turkey if you want, or if you're one of the vegetarians, you can use tofu. Alright, but 1 pound of ground meat, and while we're about to simmer this, it's time to put in the bread. Now, if you don't know how to brown meat, I can't help you. Next step, once your meat is browned and ready to go, we're going to drain it. Alright, now, Manwich. Simple as pie. Toss it in. Now you want this to be on a high heat to start, because you want to really heat it up, and then you want to bring it down to a simmer right away. So high heat when you toss it in, and then a simmer just after. And you just want to let that sit and thicken up a little bit. Just make sure it's nicely even and mixed up, and let it simmer. No, I am not at a football game saying number 1. I am pulling the bread out. It's time. And we're just going to set it aside, and we're going to use that when we're ready to plate it up. Alright, it's time for the French fries. Let's do it. When you pull these out, you want to drip them off as much as you can, get as much of the water off as you can, and you be really careful when you drop these in. Now, if you don't have a deep fryer, check out episode 2 and see how I did the crispy chicken bites, and that you can do as an alternative to a deep fryer. Alright, now it's time to check on the French fries. What you're really looking for is a nice golden brown. You've all eaten French fries before, you know what to look for. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Perfect. Nice golden brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull these out, and the minute you pull these out, and I like to put them on a paper towel just to kind of help drain some of the oil, but you want to immediately douse these things with the special seasoning, which is incredible. It is the Creole seasoning, like a Zatarain's kind of Creole type seasoning. It's incredible. And if you douse this, instead of salt, which this actually does have salt in it as well, you're going to get a little bit of a kick and a little bit of a spice. So you pull those out, and the minute you do, just start dousing. And be generous, because it's all going to kind of flake off, and you know, you really kind of toss them as well. And just toss them in. Go. Fresh, homemade garlic bread with sloppy joes on top and homemade French fries. And there you have it.